Hey glammers, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through how I achieve perfect looking skin with a full beat down, contour, highlight, and how I make it stay all day and night. So I've learned a few tricks and products that really make such a big difference in your face game. I've been watching a lot of tutorials and I got some really good tips from Hrush. If you don't know her, go follow her on Instagram, styled by Hrush. She does all the Kardashians, so obviously she knows what the go is. Okay, let's get straight into the video and I'll go through my skin prep. Okay, so now we have the Medicate Pore Minimizing Tonic. So this product has some oil controlling and exfoliating acids like lactic acid and mandelic acid. So it's going to help really keep your skin and your pores really smooth, blemish free, healthy, radiant skin. Have a really good start for flawless makeup application. After that I'm going in with the Medicate Hydrate B5 serum, and this is a hyaluronic acid serum, and if you know anything about hyaluronic acid, you know you should have it in your skincare routine 110%. And this one is a super lightweight and thin product, and so hyaluronic acid is just going to help draw moisture from the air or from the surrounding area to really keep the top layer of skin hydrated and moisturized. A lot of people don't know about hyaluronic acid is that if you're in a climate that is super dry and there isn't water in the air, hyaluronic acid will draw moisture from wherever it can, so it can draw it from within your skin, causing the skin to be drier. So I like to always apply it with my skin being a little bit damp so that I know that that's not going to happen. Next up, it's daytime, so I'm going to be applying vitamin C, and this one is the Medicate C Tetra Intense Serum. Vitamin C is an antioxidant and it is so great for anti-aging and just making your skin feel super supple and soft and hydrated. I use this through the daytime and I just like to tap this product in. And then because it is daytime, I'm going in with the Medicate Daily Radiance Vitamin C Moisturizer. And this product has sunscreen in it, which you should be doing through the daytime, and I hope that everyone is. And this is great for under makeup because it isn't a greasy or sticky feeling sunscreen, and it also doesn't have any sort of white cast or change how my makeup looks or photographs. So win-win. And it gives your skin such a healthy, radiant glow. And for my under eyes, I'm going to use the Medicate Illuminating Eye Balm. Whew. I look so much more awake after that. And then lastly for skin prep, I'm just going to use the Mutiny Lip Balm, which is also from Medicate. It's such a nice lip balm. Okay, now for the fun part, beating this tired face. So I'm going with the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is in Pink Light. And I'm just going to put it on my forehead, tops of my cheeks, my nose and chin. Ooh. Okay, rub that in. I to get my skin fully covered and locked before I go in with contour and highlighting. That's just a personal preference. Some people will do it before, I like to do it after. For foundation, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte, and I took 2 pumps. This is in the shade 230. And then Light Beige from Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm taking 2 pumps. And then with the Beauty Blender, I'm just going to start colouring my face. I love these two together. It's always my go-to, and please do not hate me for using 2 foundations. I know that would be annoying because it's 2 that you have to buy, but I have so many different foundations here because I'm obviously a makeup artist, so I tend to mix all the time. Not just for me, but for clients. You know, I mix to get the perfect shade, or if their skin needs a bit of hydration but also fuller coverage, I'll mix 2 foundations before and mix 2 foundations together and just get the perfect foundation for their skin. I have been looking and feeling so tired lately. Being a new mum is hard work, and obviously mine is a little rager just like me and doesn't really like sleep. He naps well and he goes to sleep easily, and I shouldn't complain because he's so easy to get back to sleep. I mean, I have to feed him, but he has a little feed and off he goes. But he wakes like twice a night, probably 3 times, but twice while I'm asleep. I think he wakes about 11:30 and then 2 and then 5. Sometimes it'll just be 2, sometimes it'll just be 5, sometimes it'll be all 3. I never know what I'm gonna get, but I've been tired. Okay, next up I'm going to conceal a little bit using the Too Faced Multi-Use Concealer, and this is the shade Light Beige. And so I just like to put a little bit on the side of my nose, directly in my eye socket where I look very tired and sunken in. And up here to just lift my eye a little bit. See how with it laid down you can just see it has lifted my face and my eye up. And then same with this side. Boom, lift. And then I do the sides of my nose. I do the same where I lift here on my chin and a little bit of my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. Okay, now I'm going to buff that concealer in. Thing that is really important and changes your whole game is really thinking about product placement and what you are trying to achieve. I do that with myself and with my clients. I like to try and find out what they like about their face and how they are desiring to look, and plan my placement around that. I might do a whole video on product placement if that's something that people would like, and just how to think about what you're trying to achieve and where you're placing stuff. You know, because I know a lot of us just slap it on and get it done, which I also do when I'm very time poor, which I am very time poor most of the time these days. And my face is looking a little bit more alive and put together. So now I'm going to start highlighting using the Kryolan Dermacolor Camouflage palette, and this is the 16 shades. And for my personal skin tone, I use the shade D3 and D62, and I mix them together. So with the palette, I take a little bit of my moisturizer and I squirt a little bit into the lid, just so that I can get this smooth. So I dip my brush in and then I just wipe a bit of the excess off and then pick up the colour. To really pick up the colour and make it a lot easier to work with. So first off, I do my nose because I like my nose to be contoured the hell out of. And then I start working it down towards my cheek and just really brightening up. This inner part of my eye. Stop looking so tired and sunken in. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing where I really lift my eye. I'm going to do from the corner of my mouth up towards my cheek. Just because I like to really get an angular defined looking face. My chin, the bridge of my nose. So the colour D3 is a nice yellow tone, and then 6-2 and then D62 is more of a beige colour. And for that I just used a Real Techniques Instapop shader brush. It's like the perfect shape to really get under the eyes, and because they're so small, you know, I really need a small brush to get in there. So then I'm going to take the shade D19, which is the perfect nose contour shade for me. Too warm, it's not too ashy, it's just the perfect cool tone colour. And so I start at the top of my eyebrow and run all the way down my nose. And then I delete the whole bottom part of my nose. Okay, so now I'm taking the Rcma Shinto palette and I'm using a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. It's like a really nice shape for contouring. And I'm using the shade SH3 and SH4. A little bit more of the SH3 shade because it's a bit lighter. And I just bring it about halfway down and then up towards my temple, just to really like shape and lift my face. And then I'll be doing my forehead. And my jawline. Having a contour that's going to last all day and be seamless, best thing you can do is to use a cream and then repeat the steps with powder. And that's just going to bring a duality to your base and just help it lock in all day. Okay, I'm going to start buffing it in really lightly, and I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to start really lightly buffing in the light shade. And I have the absolute lightest amount of pressure because I just want to soften and buff it in. I don't want to remove any product. You can use a beauty blender for this if you like. Sometimes I feel that the beauty blender takes away too much of the product, and moves it around a bit more from the place where I want to keep them, the shades. So when I have the time, I use a brush. If I'm time poor, I'll just pick up a beauty blender and just pat it down. You know, today I have the time and I'm showing you the absolute most. And for my nose, my brush is broken, my dog chewed it. Ugh! It's the base shadow brush from Raw Techniques. And I'm just going to soften my nose contour. Important step, locking it all down. So I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder, just making sure it's in the cap. I'm going to pick up my beauty blender, dip the blender into the powder, and then I'm going to line the pointer with the inner corner of my eye and stamp it right there. Pew! And then I'm just going to make sure it's straight, and I'm just going to bring lightness to the sides of my nose to accentuate my nose contour, and same with the bridge. I'm going to press it into my forehead. I like to just turn it upside down and stamp. Dip it in again, turn sideways. I squeeze my beauty blender so it's like smaller. And I'll run up under my eyes and up the side. From my ear right under my contour. On my chin. Nose, because I always get such a runny nose and I end up blowing it 50 times a day, so it looks so good. I'm gonna let that sit while I do my bronzer and blush, and it's just going to bake my makeup and make it last all day, and also bring lightness to the places where I want to have highlighted and just really shape my face. Taking the 127 Zoe the Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush, and with MAC Cosmetics Give Me Sun, I'm going to start bronzing. When I bronze, I do it slightly above my contour, and I like to avoid the cheek area and just start here. I'm working it up into my temple, because if I bring it down here, it's going to really make my cheek stand out and make my face appear more round, whereas I want this look to be snatched and lifted. So I'm going to draw the eye up to this area so that it appears like my face is higher and sculpted. So right here, I'm just going to once or twice run the excess onto my forehead. And then I also just do a quick bronze of my neck and chest. I'm going to put some blush on, and this is the Hourglass Cosmetics Diffused Heat Ambient Light Blush. I'm going to do the same thing as with the bronzer. I'm going to keep it nice and high. Right, now I'm going to start brushing that powder away. I do these steps for all of my clients, unless they have a mature skin or they have some sort of skin issue where I don't want to put too much powder on. My friend's makeup the other day, and she sent me a video in the morning of her face, and she'd been through a massive night, got home like probably 4 a.m, slept, woke up the next day, her makeup looked phenomenal. I was like, what, did you like sleep like this? Well, that's a nice face. To spray my face with some Mario Badescu facial spray, just to make sure my skin is all refreshed and the powders are melted into my skin. And while it is setting, I'm going to run some of the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb highlighter. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's the best. It's like a frosty, glossy skin. Love. And that is it. My face is beat. It is locked and loaded. It is reshaped and structured. Thank you so much for tuning in today and watching this video. I hope that you learned some really great tips and some awesome new products to try. I'm obsessed with these products. I'm definitely going to be getting the full sizes of the dermacolor. And don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And if you don't want to miss a video, then make sure you hit that notification bell. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!